day 2, I believe the kind of end of day 2. Let's see, I believe. Did I just send Lieutenant Kitsuragi off the body? No. Yeah. Yeah, I think I did. That's right. Okay. So day 2, end of day 2, sent Lieutenant Kitsuragi out with the body, and gonna see what
Can
there's
I
to see.
help you?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Mm. I'll get that for tomorrow. I think I might be pretty much done. I think I'm supposed to clean up what is custom earlier. Oh yeah, because I was digging my hand through the like rotten brains of the dead man.
The door is closed. Still no answer.
I have not paid for tonight. I should go do that. They probably won't let me in until I give them the money. Luckily, I have enough. I have 77 Royale. Okay, maybe I'll go explore a little bit more. Oh yeah.
I've got nothing to say to you.
I don't think I'm gonna get much progress there without Kim, though.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real?
Come on, man. It's late. Do I really have to pay you again?
The breath catches in his chest. The light in his eyes snuffs out all at once. After a moment, he speaks.
Do you have money tonight?
Yes, I do.
Then you really don't need a free room, do you?
Here comes a layup, sire. Fall not for it.
But you know what? You're in luck, because you don't have to ever pay me again.
He's gonna not let me stay here, aren't you?
Not at all, officer. It's true. You don't have to pay me anything.
The corners of his lips turn into the slightest smile.
You don't have to give me any money at all. If you want a room, yes, you'll need to pay me, but you don't have to just give me money. Giving me money for a room is your choice.
This isn't a choice. I have nowhere else to go.
You want a free place to sleep? Fine.
His eyes flash with fury.
You've already unlocked your new room. The trash container outside is ready and waiting. You do that. If you can pay another 20 real, I'll give you the room again. If not,
Can I sleep in the
garbage
trash
will be
container?
free of charge.
Now, is there anything...
Can I sleep in the trash container? Is that like a real option I can do in this game? Gonna go sleep in the trash. Gonna go sleep in the trash.
The trash container stands. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Can I sleep in it?
The container sounds a muffled gong.
It's an option. I should probably save first. There's probably gonna be like negative like debuffs or something if I sleep in the trash, right? Like they can't just give you a free room in the trash, right? Be too nice. Is there anything else I wanted to do tonight? Okay, I really wanna. Okay, quick save.
The trash container stands. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Sleep in the trash. Sleep in the trash. Or bed, crawl inside.
The smell of rotten food rises
James
up
gonna
at you
judge me so
as you
hard for
climb
this.
inside the trash container.
He pats on the side. Close the lid.
This is where you belong.
Trash man in the trash. Trash man in the...
Disgraced cop sleeps in trash. A deranged law official was found sleeping in a trash container behind the whirling in rags. A hostel cafeteria in Martinez. Gart, manager of the establishment, had this to say. He did ask for a free room, and I said no. I don't make the rules of the game. I just play my part.
Welp. That's one way to finish the game. Okay. So, sleeping in the trash, not great idea. Wonder, like... Who thought? Oh. Save, load. Great decisions being made here. Wait, why won't it go away? I can't interact with anything? Did I break something? Let's go back to this. I don't think I really... Can I not go back to the... Problem. Did I break things? Okay, let's go back in. Oh, I got an achievement for sleeping in the trash. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's start up the game again and hope that I didn't completely break everything. It'd be kind of sad if I had to end my game just because I decided to be a hobo. Continue. Okay. Things appear to be working now. So far, at least. Nice. Okay. So I'm probably gonna have to pay for the night. Apparently, picking the trash is not a great decision. Is there anything to say? No, I may some of his previous cases and then just oh, I need to clean up the dead body. Then go to bed.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Okay, nothing but Joyce has to say. Investigated y'all earlier. I'm glad it looks like the new area is gonna be unlocked because I feel like I've pretty much got this one. I'm not necessarily sure the new area is actually going to help me with the whole case that I'm actually supposed to be working on. It probably is just more side quests. Well, I mean, I'm sure it has something. Actually, let the ice cream machine in down here. Curious if the power being out for longer.
Both cables are unplugged.
I want them unplugged.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked
So I need a
ice cream
stronger
churner.
pry bar. Wonder where I can get one of those. I kind of want to go see if I can get more dice from Dice Person. But I'm kind of guessing you only get one set of dice per playthrough. Okay. Fine, Gart. You win. I'm gonna pay for tonight.
Can I help you?
Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20.
At least I get 10 experience for it. Something. I felt so rich with the 77, now I don't with the 57. Okay. I had a quest to clean myself up. Oh, I want to check out the mirror too.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face.
Those are both locked.
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now.
Great.
Ah, that soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you.
No, I'll be kind to Kim and clean myself up.
The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons.
And just close your eyes and submerge. Hope I don't drown myself or something.
The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting. Like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks, like sad duckies.
Take the beer cans out.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub.
Linger in the tub a little.
Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools.
Imagine something.
You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench.
Maybe you should start having baths daily. That might be good, you know?
Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature. The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
Ooh.
A mirror hangs on the bar.
Okay. Well, at least I accomplished something. Wash off death smell. Oh, the door is open that entire time. Okay. Take bath, then close this door. Okay, then I think I want to read
It's
those
the
other
ledger you
case
found in
files.
the trash. A cabbage arson. You don't exactly. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
The couch in an unexpected location.
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
They actually look like assholes. They looked really cool, like models. They looked really cool, like a rock band.
Yes, as you've said here, insufferable rock and roll assholes. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it was. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved.
It's not really a case. There's nothing really to solve. You just cleaned up after them. Did I ever catch those guys?
No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next?
And like, running a couch place isn't exactly a crime. Murder at the hookah parlor.
Murder. Tum 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 at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor.
Wait, how?
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner J.M., only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
Right, on with the murder.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve, was doing it solo, said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister, was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
Wait, was Joseph Mills a good cop?
No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about.
Go on.
Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Can you get high off it?
No, it's soot and water vapor. It doesn't do anything.
Really stupid.
Yeah, so anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer.
Oh, hey, riders of satellites. Welcome.
No one enters, no one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin, movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Tables low, heavy, really sharp edge.
Sucked hookah, stood up, passed out, hits his head on the table and died?
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
Ouch. He must have sucked a lot of it.
Yeah, he liked his hookah. Stephen was his name.
And what was he doing there for 6 hours?
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed, piecing it together. Next.
Okay, so that's all
Not
the
much has changed
previous cases that I can look at. Do you read the books? Do they just pass time, or do they actually, like, get?
The note is written with a...
Oh. Book 16 Days of Coldest April. The cover features a row of concrete buildings with a monochrome rainbow in the sky. Tells a rather excruciating story about two lovers during a period of ethnic unrest in Yugoslavia. The book has been filed under psychological realism. Or book La Fumée, Volume 1, Number 4. The leading intellectual organ of Martinez communism, offers a radical Mazovian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylized portrait of the late King Frischel with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why Frischel?
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Flip through the pages, see what catches your eye.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. No advertisements, you notice. So who's funding this radical commentary? After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international development, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Read the editor's note.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée, unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel. La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership.
Speed running becoming bankrupt.
Perhaps they've overestimated the market demand for this kind of commentary. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Probably makes sense to read through this, just see if it might help anything, figure out what's going on in the world, and somebody at the union was subscribed to it, so might be useful. I want to catch up on international developments.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd.
I'm a little curious about the bear wrestling. That does sound kind of interesting.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bear wrestling. Flip back to that.
All right, let's see what this bear wrestling is all about.
It seems to be part of a new public fitness initiative in the People's Republic of Samara, SRV, devised and promoted by none other than President Kanajinsky himself.
Wrestling bears as a fitness initiative? I mean, I guess that's one way to stay in shape.
According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed bear wrestling the national sport of the SRV.
Hang on, tell me more about this Uncle Sport.
Based on the description in this article, he appears to be an extremely competent and democratically elected president.
Of course, who just really likes bear wrestling.
Sapormat Sport Kanazinski is well into his third decade as president of the SRV. Outside Samara, he's known for three things: brutal repression of internal dissent, monumental corruption, and a near pathological obsession with physical fitness.
Great, now let's get to the bear wrestling.
It's quite straightforward. A standard match features one man, or in some cases, woman, against one bear. 2 competitors, 1 ring, 5 rounds, or until incapacitation.
I'm guessing it's typically the humans being kept. Like, I feel like the bears are probably gonna win.
According to the SRV's Ministry of Information, the program has been a tremendous success. Public support stands at 87%, and youth obesity and alcoholism rates are down 12% and 7% respectively.
Wait, why did the youth obesity go down? Are you making children fight the bears?
This is the SRV we're talking about. If you think those are the real numbers, there's probably a guy who wants to sell you a bridge in Lachette.
I guess it's hard to fight a bear if you're out of shape. I guess it's hard to fight a bear if you're drunk.
That's very much the idea. President Kaczynski has long maintained that a strong body is the best defense against capitalist aggression.
I feel like I'm kind of curious about the rates of bear maulings and like bears killing the people. But I guess that is one form of physical fitness. Always good to catch up on foreign affairs.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Okay, is there anything else as good as bear wrestling? What is Kunst culture?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture. Why they decided to title this one section in Valda is beyond you. Obviously because it's cool to drop random phrases in foreign languages. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tourney, a critical Mazovian perspective. The Tip Top Tourney is an inter-Isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll. In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit.
Read the profile of CS.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Hostility? I'm kind of curious. Alright, let's see what these communists have to say about Tip Top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tourney.
Wait, what's wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships. And then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. So, all of it, basically.
That's fair. Hang on, who wrote this stuff?
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines. Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
Wait, why aren't they real names?
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms.
I mean, I'd love to.
More than that, they're likely anagrams.
What's so bad about sponsorships?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers, your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a Fritta.
Right, but then you get to see them crash.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
Wow, you're right. I really am just in it for the violence.
You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Let's see what they mean by local concerns.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike.
Oh, this might actually relate to what we're dealing with in the game.
You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent. Ah, this must be Gaston's handiwork.
Okay, so the options are communists should have killed a lot of them when they had the chance. If it weren't for wild pines, all those moochers would be out of a job. Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. Wouldn't it be better if everyone if labor and capital could reach some reasonable accommodation? Why should I care? This doesn't have anything to do with me. Well, currently I'm having issues with them making me pay for rent, and so sure.
The writer G. Martin remarks dryly that capitalists love wealth redistribution, so long as it's only redistributed upward. It's true, the rentiers have been bleeding you dry. You really ought to find your own place one of these days.
Well, right now I'm just staying in a cafeteria. Like, I'm sure if I actually had a place, this would be way cheaper than 20 real a night.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before.
Okay. I think this is more of an actual like storybook, so I don't think it's gonna be as useful. Okay, so I think that was everything I wanted to accomplish tonight. So save game, and
The
I'm
bed is
good.
still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting, but it's yours. You've earned it.
Can I like patch up the window or something?
The window stands broken in its frame.
Nope.
Cold wind blows in. The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting, but it's yours. You've earned it.
Go to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Great, I'm gonna get some weird nightmares again, aren't I?
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately.
These are my just desserts. I will endure this pain with dignity. Hey, what's this? I was on the express to Zero home. I'm an artist and liver damage is my art. I think I need medical attention. Yeah, I'm an artist and liver damage is my art.
Oh yeah, baby. Frame your suffering as a masterpiece. Only one problem. No one's watching. It's boring, buddy. Boring as death. You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
Just get me out of here then, back to the other place? I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them. Human beings will always betray you. I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Open your eyes.
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, yes. But what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Would I fit into the art world? I mean,
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
hold on, is architecture also art? I guess I have been feeling critical lately. Hold on, is architecture also art?
Of course not. It's autism, box drawing, masturbation with a ruler and a sextant or whatever they use. You should demean and criticize the genteel institution of architecture while extolling the virtues of the pure arts.
Wait, what about music? Is it art?
Only the most experimental kind.
I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Wait, but won't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that?
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Okay, if 50% art critic is what needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Yeah, it's another capo type, the worst one, the most savage and brutal, the art cop. Nothing is good enough for him. Everything is bad. You have to employ an armada of adjectives to depict and demean the mediocrity of the works and visual institutions around you. Really flex that critical muscle till the vocabulary for punishing mediocrity becomes second nature. Here we go. Okay, that one sounds kind of fun. Art cop. Okay. Can't I?
A mirror hangs
I
on
wish
the bathroom
the
wall.
like
In
New
it.
Day would unlock white checks as well. Okay. I'm gonna go downstairs and then probably call it. Hello, Kim. Your notebook is floating?
Yes?
Why did the 41st send me?
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight, Precinct 57.
But no, that can't be right.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
Kim, what if my precinct set me on this case because of my F-up? Like, as a joke.
I've considered it.
His voice is somber. So it's true.
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional.
but I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Why is that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
Yeah, so you are their finest.
I am the finest of nothing.
Do you really see me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Kim's so sweet. I really like him. Okay. So save and... Oh. Get off. Thank you again for watching another part of my Disco Elysium Thinker playthrough. Next time.